Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today, again, we're doing something a little bit different. I like to try new things and see how they do. So, today, what I'm going to do is I used an AI art generator, and I went to a Pokemon site where it described the Pokemon and what they looked like. And I put that into the AI art generator. And when it gave me one that I thought looked fairly similar enough, that's the one that I saved. And I'm going to see what you think. So please feel free to leave comments on the Pokemon that I decided to use. I tried to stick with the original 150. Though I did branch out. I don't think I went any higher than the third generation. I kind of stopped watching after that, actually, because it started to get a little too crazy for me after that. But if I found one that I thought looked decent enough, then I used it. I'm going to attempt my best. Like I said, with 150, I know their names easily enough. But with some of them, I may not know their names well enough, so I will attempt my best to pronounce their names. So please bear with me on that. And let's get started, shall we? So this is our first Pokemon. So I'll give you a couple seconds to look at this Pokemon. See if you can figure out who's that Pokemon based on its looks. I thought this one turned out very well based on its description. I think it looks adorable. I think it looks like a puppy and a kitten kind of blended together. I would totally keep this as a pet. It's so cute. And as a matter of fact, it's one of my favorite Pokemon. It's Eevee. I think it looks absolutely adorable in the show too. Like I said, it's one of my favorite Pokemon. So again, leave a comment. Tell me what you think of my AI art rendition of Eevee. Here is our next Pokemon. So tell me, who do you think this Pokemon is? Obviously, it is a fire Pokemon. As you can tell, we've got the fire coming out from behind here. Again, if I remember correctly, this is also one of my favorite original 150 Pokemon. This one, it does kind of look like a puppy, but with fire coming out from behind it. So I don't, I wouldn't keep this one as a pet. But this one is Flareon, one of Eevee's evolutions. It's my favorite, probably, Eevee evolutions. I think it looks cuter in the show. But I think that it turned out very well for the prompt that it was given. Next, who is this Pokemon? For the prompt that it was given, and I tried to make all of them look cute. That's the instructions that I gave the art. the AI generator, I tried to make them all look cute. So I think that it did well. This was one that I didn't know existed, but I thought that it turned out very cute. Um, but it's an Alolan Ninetales. Again, I didn't know that this existed, but I think based on the description and the picture which they didn't give me a very good picture of it, but based on the picture that I was given, I think turned out very well. Now, this one, I loved how this one turned out. This one kind of looks like a tiger, but it's a Siberian tiger and a regular tiger kind of mixed together. I would love to see this in a zoo.
Sure, absolutely.
Sorry. I don't know why my Siri turned on. This is also probably one of my favorite Pokemon from the original 150. And this is Arcanine. Again, you could tell me whether or not you think this turned out well. But yeah, based on the prompt that it was given, I think that this turned out really well. This is one of the original 150. This is not any other Pokemon. So based on that, I'm sure you can figure out who this Pokemon is. And yes, it does look very different from the cartoon, but it's Butterfree. And I actually think that it looks better with this AI art generation here. I think this is a prettier butterfly. Yeah, it does have that double set of wings, but when I saw this picture, I was like, I don't think I'm going to get a better one. So I just went with this one because I thought it's so pretty. And here we now stray from our original 150. But I don't think you're going to have a problem figuring out who this Pokemon is because it looks like a ferret, which also are probably one of my favorite animals. If I could pick a pet outside of my cat that I have right now, a ferret would probably be like an animal that I would pick because I think that they're really cute. And I think that this turned out really well because it's ferret. It's so cute. I would just want to love on this thing all day long. It's adorable. And now, again, we're straying from our original 150. But this is an Eevee evolution. And now that I have told you that, you can probably figure out which Eevee evolution this is. And it's Leafeon. I think it turned out really well based on the description that it was given. This one was harder with based on the description that it had to go with and everything. But I think the art, the AI did really well based on this. So, and now we're back with the 150. And I wanted to have a well-known Pokemon for everybody. One that would be easily recognizable. But it was so difficult to get the art generator to come up with one for the description to come up with a picture that I was satisfied with. So when it finally gave me this picture, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to go with this. This looks really good based on the description that was on the Pokemon website for this particular Pokemon. So Please do not roast me if you actually give me a comment on this video for this particular Pokemon. He is also one of my favorites. This is my AI art generator for Pikachu. I think he looks like a mouse. Yeah, he's got wings. But I think he looks cute. I think he looks really cute. All right. This is probably outside of Eevee, my most favorite of the original 150 Pokemon. And with the fire and it being a a unicorn and everything, I think you can absolutely tell from the get that this is Rapidash. I absolutely love how this turned out. I had so much trouble at the beginning with it having extra limbs. So when I finally got this shot from the art generator, I was like, no, I'm going to have to go with this. This is absolutely gorgeous. All right, and now we have this Pokemon, who is also one of the original 150. It is an ice type, if you can't tell. There's some ice coming off of the mountain that it seems to be perching on. And it's obviously a bird. So what bird do we know that is an ice type? Articuno. I think that this turned out very well. It looks so real. I really love how this turned out. I think he's gorgeous. I would love to see this in real life, just take off and start flying. He's also one. I say that, I know I've been saying this the entire video. He's one of my favorite of the 150. I have a lot of favorites in the 150 original Pokemon. And now we're again straying from the 150. And yes, I can see he has an extra limb there, but when I got this photo, I was like, I can deal with that extra limb because I think that this turned out really well. And so obviously this is a deer, a stag. And so if I think this is in the second generation, your Pokemon, this is Deerling. I think he turned out really well, minus the extra limb, but you know how AI is. Sometimes you get extra limbs. All right. And now we've got this Pokemon. We're back in the 150. When I finally got this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She's got more tails than she should. Again, this is one of my favorites in the 150. Like I said, I've got so many. But I love with the description and everything. When I finally got this one, I was so satisfied with it. I was like, I'm just going to have to go with this. And this is Ninetales. This is the picture that I got, and I think she turned out really pretty. And now again, we're off of the original 150. I know I probably should have, but I didn't do them in any particular order or anything. So, yeah, that's why they're not in any particular order, and they're kind of all, mixed in together. I honestly don't remember which Pokemon this is, but, now I do. Okay, so, with the description, the flowers should be a different color, but when I got this picture, I was like, this actually really looks like what the picture is, what the Pokemon is actually supposed to look like. So that's why I went with this one. And I think she looks really good. And this is Blossom. And again, if I screwed up the pronunciation of her name, I'm very sorry. I think she's the second generation. She's one of my favorite in the second generation because I think she's really cute. And I think she looks very cute in this picture. And now we've got this Pokemon. For the life of me, I can't remember what Pokemon this is supposed to be. But I think the picture turned out really well. I remember having a lot of difficulties with this particular Pokemon because it just, I don't know if it was just the description and the AI was having difficulties figuring out how to, get it rendered or whatever. But when I finally got this picture, I was like, you know what? I'm very satisfied with this, and it looks, really good side by side with what the original Pokemon is supposed to look like. And so it's Delcatty, which I thought looked very cute. The Delcatty, I thought it looked really cute. All right. This is probably one of the only ones that I didn't make look cute and everything, because when I tried to make it look cute, it didn't turn out right. So I made it look realistic, which I think turned out better in the long run. So we've got this nice buck standing here with some other deer in this field, and doesn't it look gorgeous? I cannot get over how beautiful this picture is. And this is Sawsbuck. So again, you can tell me if you think that this actually does the Pokemon any justice. I know he's supposed to have flowers in his antlers, which again, that was very hard for the AI to render. But I think there's at least one that it kind of looks like there's one there. But again, I think this turned out fairly good. Now we're back in the 150. And I remember what this one is. Again, he's one of my favorite. And again, there's an extra foot here. But when I got this picture, I was very happy with what it looked, and an extra tail too. But again, what can you do? I don't really know how to use editing software, and I'm not going to pay for editing software because I don't have a lot of money. But I was very happy with this picture. And this is Vulpix. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. It kind of looks like a cat. All right, and now we've got this gorgeous creature. This is another Eevee evolution. And with that, I'm sure you could probably tell which Eevee evolution this probably is, because it looks like an ice evolution. And it's Glaceon. I thought it turned out fairly good based on the description and what the AI was able to create.
I didn't get that. Could you?
Oh, hush. I don't know why my Siri keeps going off. I'm sorry about that. I don't remember what Pokemon this is. I know it looks weird. This is also another one where I didn't make it look cute because it didn't look cute in the picture. But I think that the rendering looked good based on the picture. But it's Joltik. It's an electric type Pokemon. I'd never seen it before. I saw the picture of it and I was like, you know what? Let's try it. And it turned out pretty good, I thought. Again, comment what you think. This is also another not original 150, but I like her. I think she's beautiful. She doesn't look quite how she looks in the in the show or whatever. But I think that the rendering did a fairly good job of how she's supposed to look. So with the rose on top of her head, you could probably if you're a Pokemon person, you could probably figure out who she's supposed to be. She's Rosaria. I think she turned out fairly good. All right. Then we've got this. It's supposed to be a cat. And it's a pink cat. So we know that this is not Meowth or anything like that. And with that, it's Skitty. And based on the drawing of it and everything, I think this one turned out fairly good. And look at this puppy. Isn't he adorable? Wouldn't you want to own this? I think he's so cute. Look at those eyes. This precious Pokemon is Uteri. The original Uteri pictures are quite different, but I think this one turned out really cute. Like, if I saw this in a pet store, I would have so much difficulty passing him by. I would want to take him home. All right, then we've got this creature. I think that's supposed to be a bow in her hair over here. And I don't remember who she's supposed to be because I'd never seen her before, but I thought she was really pretty. But she's Melotia. Yeah, I think that's what the name is. You can tell me if you know this Pokemon, if you think that the rendering did a really good job of getting fairly close to what she's supposed to look like. But when I saw it and I did a side by side, I thought it did a really good job. And then we've got this creature right here. It's a zebra. Yes, it is a zebra. I know it doesn't look a lot like a zebra, but it is a zebra. And so with that information, we know that it can pretty much only be like one Pokemon. And I cannot pronounce this Pokemon's name. Zabrukia? Is that right? Zabrukia? I'm going to go with Zabrukia. Roast me in the comments. I don't know. I've never actually seen this I've never heard this Pokemon's name. But when I saw it, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to AI render this. And I think it turned out fairly good based on what the AI was able to render. And I think it looks really good. And this is our last Pokemon. Obviously, another puppy. This one, I would have an easy... Sorry. But I would have an easier time passing this puppy by. Because he looks a little more like a wolf than a dog. But he is a dog. He's pretty cute. But he looks like he'd get into some trouble. But this Pokemon is Puccina. But yeah, no. The AI I think it did a pretty good job of rendering what this Pokemon would look like. But yeah. Again, these are just my attempt at an AI rendering of Pokemon. So please don't roast me too hard in the comments. I did the best that I could do. And please like and subscribe and join me for more content. I plan to release another Pokemon episode in the next couple days. And thank you. Bye.